Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Josh Hawkins with a pick. And he's going to be taken down. Here with a penalty flag on the field. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! Gone! Gone!
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on here, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to...
And he's going to go down again. Derek Wolfe in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. 40.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Adam Jones. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, Get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go, go. 22. 22. Very left, very left.
Keenum now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Dayon Buchanan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, roger, roger. Bring up the high.
This is Freeman on first and 10. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And there defensively, Patrick Peterson showing why he's so tough, man on man.
So quick, so agile, just essentially gets into the hip pocket of the receiver and just stays right with him each and every time it appears. And on this one in man coverage, that one really didn't have a chance. He's able to knock it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Keenum. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And McManus able to put it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Hard throw, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. With it on the return is Logan. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. To the air, Rosen after the pick six. That is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10, it's Rosen again. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now Rosen on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. For the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebackers, Von Miller. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
22.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Bowls him over. They're all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, They're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. With it on the return is Logan. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Gone, 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 gone.
On first down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. With it on the return is Logan. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Rosen on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning. Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
He'll get it up the middle, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Jam, jam! Hey, jam, jam, jam!
Now it's Freeman, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, let's go! Jam, jam! 22! 53!
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Forced out to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Rosen to throw on second down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 23.
Over!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jones. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, You feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Hands down. Hands down. Mary left. Mary left. Hey, go Roger. Hey, we're good. We're good. Hey, go Roger. Mary left. Mary left.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, Keenum. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Keenum. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They go to Johnson again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Here's Rosen to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Keenum now to throw. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Freeman again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And McManus able to put it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
With it on the return is Logan. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 77 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down is Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, look at 56. Look!
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Von Miller in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Denver, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done.